Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shilpi Khandelwal, course coordinator for BBA 201, that is microeconomics. So, as you all know, the name of the course is microeconomics, course credit 4. Course category is the core course in your BBA program. It is in the second semester and I am the course coordinator. Now, course objectives of this course is first, to explain the basics of economics and describe its application in managerial problems. What are the different basic economic concepts like economic rationality, like economic organizations, like the concepts of firms, basic economic concepts, and describe how the basic economic concept applies to managerial problems. Second is to demonstrate the effect of demand and cost on business decisions and make a relationship between the cost and production. See, when you say managerial economics, the managerial economics means the economics used by the managers, how managers use the economics in their decision making. So basically it involves the concept of demand, what is supply, what are the cost concepts, what are the revenue concepts, what are the production, what is production function, what are the different laws of production, and one more, what is the concept of utility. So all these concepts would be covered in this program, this course. Now, to analyze different types of market and explain different pricing decisions in the market. So what are the different kind of market structures exist, because market there for different product categories different market structures exist. For example, there is a perfect competitive market, there is monopoly market for some product categories, there is monopolistic competition in some product categories. So there are different market structures for different product categories. So we need to understand what kind of market structure is there and how the firms decide their price and output decisions in different market. So what are the course outcome? First, the student would be able to analyze economic problems and can correlate scarcity with the requirement. So basic economics start with the problem of scarcity of resources. It is all about how the resources are scarce and how the human wants are unlimited, and how you have to see or manage that how you can fulfill human wants with the scarce resources, and those resources which are available, which have alternative uses too. So basically first outcome of this course would be help the student to analyze what are the different economic problems and how the problem of scarcity is affecting the human wants. Second, to evaluate demand and can analyze cost in order to optimize cost production combination. See, what is demand? So basically whenever a firm is involved in a production activity and it is making any kind of product or service, basically the objective of the firm is to sell that product as maximum as possible in the market, but the consumers will buy that product only by evaluating its utility and the demand, the need of the consumers. So basically what happens, the companies have to focus what kind of product a consumer is demanding in the market, and for those product whether the consumer is willing and able to pay for it. So basically what is demand of your product in the market, what are the cost involved in the product, producing that product in the market, and how the production and the cost can reach at optimum level. So second unit is about this. Second outcome would be this. Now the third outcome of this course will be, it helps the student to understand the effects of supply and make a relationship between supply and production. See, the company is supplying the product in the market, basically offering the product at a particular price at a particular time in the market. Now how much quantity of the product should be supplied in the market, what is supply function, what is the law of supply, and how this law of supply operates in the market, how you can relate supply to the production, how you can relate supply to the demand, how can you reach the supply market equilibrium. All these things would be the student would be able to understand after going through this course. Fourth is recognize the existing market and can take appropriate decisions. What is the existing market structure? What are the things, what are the kind of market available, the market structures available in the market or for different product categories. Now after reading this course, after going through this course, the student would be able to recognize the different markets for the different product categories, and if he is an entrepreneur or if he is a manager of a company, he can now manage the price and the output combination according to the market structures. Now, fifth outcome of this course would be to analyze different theories of the determination of factor prices, rent, interest, wages and profit. See, there are many factors of the production. One factor is land, for which we can say that the firms have to pay rent, right? Rent may be in any form. Second is capital, for which the firms have to pay interest, factor payment. Third is labor, for which the firms have to pay wages and salaries. These are the basically factor payments which are being done by the firm to the factors of production. So what are the different factors of production and how the factors of production are gaining from providing their services to the entrepreneurs and to the businesses and to the firms. So this would be the course outcome after going through this course. Okay, how we will be communicating to you about this course. So there would be 4 quadrants LMS on your LMS. First quadrant will give you the e-tutorials. E-tutorial includes the introductory video of the course, which is right now you are going through. Second is the content videos. Unit wise the content would be unit wise the videos or the audios by the course coordinator will be delivered to you, so that you can understand the different concepts and the different things and fulfill the objectives of this course. Second quadrant is about e-content. So e-content is like what you can read by yourself, that is self-instructional materials would be there for you to help you gain more understanding about this course. E-books would be there, web resources would be there, research papers would be there, journals, articles and other kind of other kind of reference materials would be there to help you. Okay. Another is the quadrant 3. It is a discussion forum for raising doubts and clarifying them on a real-time basis. Basically, discussion forum would be there. It will serve 2 purposes. One, the student, if the student is having any query, he or she can raise the queries and solve the queries on the discussion forum by the course coordinator. Second, the course coordinator wants to raise discussion on any topic of the syllabus, so he or she can raise the discussion on the discussion forum and the students may participate in it. Next is course quadrant 4. It relates to the assessment, which contains, basically it is about your assessment, means during different points of time during the delivery of this course, how we will assess your performance. So it would be in the form of multiple choice questions, short answer questions and the long answer questions. So this would help to understand the performance of the students. Now let us understand how the whole process of the learning would be done in this course. So first, before going through the process, I would like to explain you what is the relevance of this course. Means why you should read this course and why you should study this course in your program. First, it would be helpful in the business decision making. See, all the students who are studying here have the objective in the mind that either they want to become entrepreneurs or they want to gain some employment in a industry or a firm. Normally, by going through a professional course like BBA or MBA, normally you want to become managers of the company. So basically, being manager of a company, you need to make decisions for your businesses or your firms. So it will, the course, the economic concepts which will be teaching you in this course, BBA course, would help you in decision making by you in the after when you are appointed as manager or an entrepreneur in a company. So it helps an important role in guiding the businessman and manager that how they should manage their resources for the optimal utilization, how they can analyze the demand for their product by the consumers, how you can do cost profit analysis, what would be the cost associated, what are the profit or what you are gaining from this, what would be the optimal output or the production levels should you follow, and what would be the pricing of the product appropriate pricing of the product in the market. So all these things this economics will help you in helping or supporting you in taking this decision wisely. Second, it helps full to understand the working of the economy. See, we are not living in a society where we are just isolated from the whole people or whole happenings around us. We are living in a system which is interrelated, which is correlated with each other. So basically, the microeconomic concepts will help you to understanding of the economy, as it will explain how the economy is functioning, what are the things which are changing in the economy, what are the dynamics of the economy, and how it is affecting their firm or companies. So basically it will help you to understand the happenings around you better. Third is, it is helpful in formulating economic policies. Basically, there are two kind of economies. One is the capitalist economy and socialist economy. In socialist economy, normally the whole production activity normally is controlled and regulated by the government. So if it is a socialist economy, then in that case the government has to take the decisions regarding all these things: demand, production levels, costing, all these things have decision taken to be the government. So they have to formulate the policies in which everyone is better off, or they have to formulate the policies in which the welfare of the people is involved. So basically, the microeconomic scenario helps the government, helps the regulators to basically frame the macroeconomic policies. It would be helpful in formulating sectoral policies. So understanding of the microeconomics for the industry, so it will help you what whole industries policies would be there, what would be, for example, if you are working in a tourism industry, or if your product is offering tour and travel services, then how the whole industry is working in tour and travel, and how the policies of this particular sector should be framed. So it will help you in this. It helps you in allocation of the resources. Basically, allocation of the resources, I told you there are three basic economic why the economy has evolved as a subject: because human wants are unlimited, first. Second, resources are scarce, they are limited in amount. And third, the resources have alternative uses. Now here the problem arises those scarce resources, how you will allocate those scarce resources in different alternative uses, so that you can gain the optimum benefit from those resources. So microeconomics helps you how you can allocate your resources in a better and efficient manner. It helps you the study of human behavior, how the people, how the consumers, how the society is behaving, and what kind of need and demand how the need and demand of the consumer is changing, how the consumer is seeing utility in products and services, how he is demanding the product, what price they want to pay for a product. All these things will be basically you can get from an understanding of the microeconomics. So basically this is all about the microeconomics. Let me first broadly tell you about the syllabus. The syllabus will involve, the first unit is about basically the introduction to the economics, the basic economic concepts like economic rationality, optimality, scarcity, opportunity cost would be basically explained to you. Second unit is about economic organization, what kind of economic organization are there in the world. There are basically four kind of economic organization are there: capitalist, socialist, mixed and traditional. So basically will make you understand this. Then what is the relation between economics and law, how the economics or law, they are both the fields are interrelated. Then the other units will be about demand, elasticity of demand, supply, elasticity of supply, cost, revenue, production, what are the different laws of the production, short run law, long run laws of the production. Then about this market structures, what is a perfectly competitive market, oligopoly market, monopolistic competitive market. So these markets will be studied. Then in the later units you will study about what the factors of production, like rent, theories of rent, theories of wages, theories of interest, theories of profit, trade role of trade unions, collective bargaining, what is the concept of the collective bargaining, and basically if we say the labor, how the labor wage legislation works, and how the labor can be exploited by the firms. So this basically is your course content, which would be delivered through which would be delivered to you through classes and other methods in basically in this course. Now pedagogical processes, it will include live classes like this. It would include assignments in which give you assignments so that it can provoke a thinking bent of mind in you, so that you can basically learn yourself ki what are the things involved in this particular concept for which the assignment is given. Quizzes will be there, frequently asked questions would be there to basically resolve your general misconceptions regarding this course. Additional activities would be in the form of master classes, lectures by industry experts, so that how you can relate the basic economic concepts and the real world scenario, and how the real world scenario helps uses the concepts of the economics to better decision making. Professionals, lectures by professionals, by case studies also would be there, so that you can get hands-on experience of the real life situations. Reference books, there are two textbooks. One is by Microeconomic Theory by Gold and Glazier, and another is Introduction to Positive Economics by Lipsey. The suggested reading would be from McGraw-Hill, Prentice Hall publication, and Modern Economic Theory by K.K. DeWitt. So this is all about your microeconomics course. I hope you found this course interesting and would be looking forward for connecting with you in the live classes. Thank you so much.